All right, today I'm going to review the new 2025 Saris Superclamp 2 rack. It is a simple, lightweight rack. I reviewed the predecessor 9 years ago. Check out this video. I look young, huh? So basically, it is the old one, the outgoing one is $600, and this one is $800. And what it tries to do is it tries to do a simple rack that holds two bikes compactly, and it's a lightweight rack. But what they put new is they put a 60-pound capacity per bike. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take you right now on a road test. Been driving around my classic speed humps, and I went on the freeway. And so the real test is, hey, it's a lightweight rack. Can it really handle, this 50-pound e-bike and this 52-pound both precious carbon bikes without scratching them up? Here we go on the test drive, and we are gonna start out with a freeway run, 60 miles an hour, 52-pound e-bike and a 50-pound e-bike, and the 2 pounds right here. Freeway is not the smoothest, it's got some connectors, and then we go to a speed bump test. So not the most rigid rack. They say 120-pound rating, 60 pounds each, and we do put it to the limit, and these are very sharp speed bumps, and you can see quite a bit of movement there. And the diagonal test is a very tough one. It does pretty good in the diagonal test. It's the fore and aft where it has a bit of movement. So if you have very heavy bikes, commuter bikes, rough roads, might not be the rack for you. But for something lightweight, sleek, for your gravel bikes, occasional e-bikes, does quite well. And ideally, if you want to remove your rack here and there, use it for trips or for your occasional bike rides, this would be ideal because it's not that heavy. 35 pounds, it's almost half the weight of some of our 2 bike racks. It does tilt out of the way, does lock to the hitch, does lock the bikes in a very clean manner. Hope you enjoyed that test drive. Now I'm gonna do is take out the bikes so you see how they operate. So pretty interesting that it is a one-arm rack and simple handle right here. And there's a special feature, which is it's a spring-loaded arm. Okay. Bike number 1, so straps first. And the straps can be stored in their own little carrier right here. So the arm is right here, the top is flat, so you can press down easy, and it's locking as well. So right here I have a really tall 29er tire, and it's right at the limit. Take this out. Okay, so one thing you might have noticed is the arms, they go to a certain limit right here. It's a very strong arm, but only one arm. And then when you hold it down, it retracts by itself. Folding is done with this handle that's huge. So boom, and it's not heavy because it's kind of pivoting on itself. So the distance from the rack to the car is quite big. So if you want your rack slammed right by your car, this might not be the rack for you. And it has a lock on the arm, and it also has a lock on the hitch pin. So what I'm going to do for you guys is take it out, because I think, who's the ideal user? The ideal user is not the one looking for that heavy-duty Saris, clamp MHS rack that's almost 80 pounds. My buddy said they love it, but they can't take it out of the car. It's so big. This thing Look at this, 35 pounds, very much lighter than my e-bike. So if you are the type that likes to take your rack off and on, you can walk around with this one-handed, and it's so light that it's easy enough to find that little hitch receiver. Notice I'm shaking it while cranking on it. All right, my hitch receiver is on. All right, so there it is. It's not too close to the car, as I said, but let me show you how to mount bikes. Automatic. It finds its spot. Crank on it, and you are good. So it's not ramp compatible because these things are so narrow, and also one arm bandits are not usually not ramp compatible. And the trick is you back it up, do a wheelie, you do the one wheel at a time, right? Divide and conquer. So no collision. I'm fairly surprised. I got big flat pedals, big e-bikes, but no collision. And right here, pretty tight. On my big tire, if I had a 29 or 3.0 tire, probably not gonna fit. So there you go. Pros and cons. The pro is it's lightweight, easy to put on and off. It is about 35 pounds, 60 pound per bike capacity. That's a pretty good ratio. A little bit of flex on it, but it can handle it, as I've tried. Very nice tilt handle right here, and it's not that heavy because it's kind of counterbalanced. And it's kind of a neat looking, clean looking modern rack. You know, the old Superclamp that it replaces was like, wow, it was not easy on the eye. So you want something sleek, and it can carry your road bike, your gravel bike, your commuter bike. This would be pretty good. The cons on it, number one is the price. 800 bucks. It's a good chunk of change. You know, for something kind of lightweight and not super heavy duty, 800 bucks is a lot. The other one is, like I mentioned, it's a little far from your car, and you're not adjustable kind of distance wise. And finally, a con would be it's not the most versatile. You can't expand it to three bikes or four bikes. You can't do fat bikes. It's kind of a special niche purpose rack that's kind of minimalist, but kind of good quality, clean for $800 from a very good company, Saris Bikes. Thank you very much.